Let me get Looney up here right now, and then we'll get right into it again. Thank you, everybody that has been with us this time, and especially huge shout out to Looney for being patient with us. I think you're supposed to be on at 5 o'clock Eastern time. It's 6:30 right now, so that is my apologies to you. And again, huge shout out to everybody that, like I said, has been here with us. So, Alpha, thank you for you being the co-host, my man, and of course, just a good host in general. I hate the word
Thank you for
co-host.
throwing
The host,
yourself
bro.
under the bus there, my dude. Like, I'm the
So
one that
what?
told them 5 o'clock.
No worries,
That's
guys.
my
No, I
guy.
just it's like 3 a.m. where I am, so I just thought I'd give that a hand, just to say we're here. Sorry about that, to
It
anyone.
was funny. I've got to be honest. Hi guys, Christian here. I timed my coffee perfectly to when I thought we were going to be speaking. I think I'm on a coffee crash right now, so don't worry. We won't take too much of your time. Otherwise, I think Sari will be seeing the daylight where he is in Dubai, which will be funny. But yeah, thank you so much for having us. And yeah, it was really interesting conversation. We were like thinking, all right, how do we follow that?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Talk to us, Alpha.
Nah, man, Looneycorns has a lot of really cool stuff. I know the main one that everyone talks about is the Snipe Hub, right? Is that what it's called? We haven't
Yes,
one thing.
Snipe Hub.
Yeah, Snipe Hub has been the talk of the town when we're not talking about the debacle. Oh, has anybody used that?
It's still not out yet. It's still not out yet. We're still building it. We'll be releasing it in July, so not too far off. So we're very excited about that, and we'll get into that in a bit. So if Christian wants to introduce, the team first and stuff like that, then we'll go through that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know obviously we've had a bit of a small AMA already with 21 million, and thanks again for the invite over here. And I just want to say hi to Troops as well, and Swizz. I can see everybody here, and Chan, who's going on holiday, I think, very soon. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know us, by the way, I'm Christian. I'm one of the two co-founders of the Looneycorns. Actually, it's the Lost Toys project, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But for keeping things simple, call us the Looneycorns. And obviously, Sari is the other co-founder. We're people that have known each other for over 20 years, so too long, but have remained friends through that time. And we have kind of always wanted to build a project together. We both have businesses of our own. In my case, I actually own a marketing company in London, in England, which focuses on marketing technology companies. So we've got clients like Hewlett Packard and Panasonic and Xerox, and basically companies that either make IT hardware or have platforms and need help kind of marketing them and scaling them. So that's kind of my area of expertise. And before that, I studied architecture and design at university. So using 3D products like the ones that were used to make the Looneycorns, although it wasn't us that did that, it was our artists. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, like I said, Sari and I have known each other for a very, very long time, and we kind of went our separate ways in terms of building businesses of our own. And when we came across, the NFT space, the crypto world as well, we kind of thought the stars have aligned because we believe in timing is everything, and we felt that given the background that Sari has, which I'll hand over to him in a sec to introduce himself, and this, the resources and background that I've got. It was finally like the perfect time. Like I say, the stars just aligned to execute something really special together, because we didn't want to force a project in the past when it wasn't, didn't make commercial sense, and it didn't make sense from a passion point of view, right? We wanted something that was really we were really passionate about. So that's just a bit about me. I'll hand over to Sari, and then I'll give a bit of an intro of our team as well, just for everybody to understand who sits behind us and arguably does all the hard work.
Hey guys, thanks again for having us. My name is Sari. So I currently own a recruitment agency focusing on blockchain companies. So we place high-end software engineers in one of the top blockchain companies within the European and US markets. So yeah, I also studied design. I studied visual communications in uni. So I've got a bachelor degrees in visual communication, and we covered from 3D design to UX UI. So all around, very well versed in design. So putting those two, skill sets together, and NFTs are born, right? And I've been in the blockchain space since 2018 as a business, and I've been a crypto investor since 2013. So yeah, I've been in through the cycles, let's say, throughout all in this blockchain space, and I'm very excited for this project as well. Go ahead, Christopher. Talk about the rest of the team, I guess.
Yeah, sure. So as I say, we're just the face of the project, let's say, although we're very hands-on as founders, but we would be nowhere without the team that support us. And our kind of CTO, let's call him, is a guy called Giuseppe. He's a full stack developer. He actually now manages 2 additional developers under him, Arash and Jeremy, who are kind of DevOps for us. Their primary focus is very much on SnipeHub, as you can imagine, being one of the core utilities of our project, which we'll talk a little bit more about in a bit. We've also got another developer who kind of is more of an automation specialist for us, who helps us out with Discord elements and ad hoc projects. Then we've got Nico. Nico is like our data analytics advisor, let's call him. He's actually the head of data analytics and measurement for Google at the moment. So pretty senior in Google and very experienced, and has all the intel that we need to ensure that we maximize where we're going with SnipeHub. And then obviously we've got our artist Felipe, who is great. He's very renowned in the 3D world. He's a guy that's got galleries and things like that. He's just had one in Montreal, putting out some of his famous art. And when we came across Felipe, it was kind of like him interviewing us to a certain extent, because what a lot of people don't know, or may not know at least, about our project is the Looneycorns, which you're seeing as rock right now as our PFPs. They're actually the first of 5 characters which will fall under the Lost Toys umbrella group, as we're kind of called. So our website's actually losttoys.io. And as I say, this is the first of 5 characters. There's 2,200 of these NFTs, which will be minting on Abyssus Bay next week on the 26th of May at 8 p.m. UTC. And kind of the reason it was kind of him interviewing us to a certain extent is because we needed to find somebody that we were going to have a long-term relationship, right? Because this person's actually going to be creating the next 4 characters, which, by the way, at this point, we've got absolutely no idea what they'll be, because our community will be voting what they are. And we'll talk a bit more about that, how that's going to work in a bit. So, this is over a year-long relationship we've got to have with this person, if not hopefully longer. And so we needed to understand that we could have that trust bond with him, that he was very much aligned to our vision in terms of what we're trying to achieve, both through our art, but also in terms of SnipeHub and things like that. And so, yeah, that's us as the core team. But I always forget to mention, I'm not going to do that this time. I always say we'd be nowhere without our mods. So we've got, a team of great mods, 5 of them that support us. And, they're kind of the face of pipeline Looneycorns right now, because ultimately, they're the first impression many people get when they join our Discord, and they look after everybody super well. So we always want to give out a shout out to them, and I'm terrible at forgetting to say that. So big thanks to them. So that's us in a nutshell. As we've said, backgrounds in marketing technology companies, and in Sari's case, a business in placing top level developers into big crypto companies. So we've got good resources and experience, hopefully, to execute this project. 21 million. Do you have any questions at this point, or do you kind of want us just to carry on, or?
At this point, I think that I don't have any currently. Current questions. Again, excuse me, Manny. I don't know if you have a question for the project. We'll go real quickly if you don't mind. You have a question for the project, Manny? Or?
Yeah. I was looking at it. I seen it went active as drops coming up. I seen that it said 2,200 supply, right? But then as you reading through it, it says 5,000. So
no. So sorry. Yeah. Just to let you know, what that is we said that we've actually got enough traits in our collection to create a 5,000 NFT drop. but we've chosen to keep it down to 2,200. Point being is that everybody ends up getting something pretty unique, right? So we kind of went a bit overboard with the traits, but it was for that reason. You know, we wanted everybody, like we always say, you know, you've kindly rocked up today with our PFP. You know, Sari and I got ours on. We kind of wanted people to be on a space like this and never look to their left or right and see someone with an identical PFP. So, you know, that was kind of the reasoning of going a bit overboard with the traits, and also for not doing like an 11,000 PFP drop on day one, right? Because if you count 2,200 NFTs times 5 characters, which we're going to have, is 11,000. So it's actually a big, you know, we obviously are aiming for the stars. We want to be a big blue chip project, you know, rubbing shoulders with all the right people, and, you know, being here for the long term. But the strategy that we've taken is, instead of, you know, doing that 11,000 drop on day one, let's break it up into elements and prove ourselves along the way, right? You know, deliver on our promises and our roadmap, gain confidence, build the community organically, and, you know, ultimately allow the community to guide us on where they want the project to go. And we'll talk a bit more about how that becomes true, actually. I mean, it nicely leads me on to our vision for the project, and our vision as entrepreneurs, to a certain extent, for Sari and I. You know, really what we want to do is we want to build a community-driven brand, as I say, which is Lost Toys. And the aim of this brand is to harness the power of the community, in this case, obviously, the Kronos chain, all the creative thinkers in this chain, which there are so many, thankfully, to kind of solve problems together of, you know, what the chain will have as a very aggressively fast-growing chain, but also how do we solve challenges within the NFT market as a whole, right? Because projects are popping up every day. We're spending probably less and less times with our loved ones. Today is testament of that. You know, my wife and child are in bed, and so it's kind of like, how can we create products just to give that balance back to people, where they're, you know, making money, they're having fun with the NFT communities and space, but also, you know, we're making everybody's life a bit easier and they're regaining a bit more time. So that in that case, you know, Snipe Hub is perfectly aligned to do that, right? It helps people make money, but also save time. And obviously in a bit, we'll talk a bit more about Snipe Hub. But that's kind of our vision, right? And it's worth pointing out at this point that Snipe Hub is actually only the first of many applications, products, you know, that we plan to bring out, and as a result, our holders will benefit from. So, you know, this is the obvious starting point for us, because, as I said, you know, I'm used to marketing platforms. Sari's used to placing developers to build platforms. So why not start with the obvious? So that's our vision as a whole. And, you know, Looneycorns as our first character, by the way, it was actually, in fact, not our first character, if truth be told. Our first character was a teddy bear, but that was used by somebody else on CDC. So we thought, right, we're not going to be the copycat project. Let's pivot, you know, let's come out with something a bit different. And as I said, I've got a 1-year-old. She's actually asleep right now, so I shouldn't be shouting in the living room. But, you know, she's fascinated with unicorns. Our living room is just covered in toy unicorns. And so the next toy for me was just very obvious. You know, we call NFTs toys in our world because of the Lost Toys branding. And it's our kind of analogy, by the way, in case I don't want to lose people. Why do I keep saying toys? So, you know, that was the idea behind of where the unicorn character came from. And as some entrepreneurs out there will know, you know, the unicorn is the symbol, is the terminology used for $1 billion startup as well. So it kind of linked quite nicely from that perspective. And, you know, the purpose of the story behind the whole collection was always thinking of the film Toy Story. You know, some people might relate to this, you know, I've seen Toy Story and understand, you know, or remember the scene where you know, the toys are in the attic. I don't know if you guys are, if I'm losing you, or please, hopefully no one's thinking I'm crazy, but there's a part of this the film where all the toys are in the attic, and it's kind of the abandoned toys, and they've been crudely put back together with eyes and legs and parts from other toys, and it's the creepy scene of the film. That's kind of the idea behind this, right? It was all about how do we create characters which ultimately toys that have been put back together by using parts from other toys. And in our world, as I say, we use toys as the analogy to NFTs. So we were using parts from other NFT projects, like we've got, for example, some 3D glasses, which, you know, was inspired by the Mollies. You know, they've got 3D glasses as a trait on theirs. And so we've taken that analogy of Cross and hidden some traits within our portfolio of NFTs in our collection, which will come to light more and more as we progress with the project on how they'll be useful, right? And so that's how we kind of came together. We built this vision of building technology to help the NFT market, and how we came to be the Looneycorns as the first toy character. So hopefully that's clear so far.
Definitely. My next question is, before I seen a lot of whitelists and stuff going out. So is it still going to be Matt?
Sorry, man.
3.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Can
Hello,
you now?
Manny?
Yeah,
you're cutting off.
Oh
yeah,
I can hear you.
Right.
It's 3 per mint, correct? At whitelist. And obviously, if you're whitelisted, you get to access the pre-sale. You'll have an hour before the Abyssus Bay founding member holders.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll have an hour before the founding members and the public sale, which will both be uncapped, obviously, for founding members and public sale. So, given the size of the collection, 2,200, we hope it will mint out fairly quickly. So far, the feedback's been really good on the art, on the utilities that we've got. Which, to be honest, it might be a good chance to pass on to Sari. I know I've done a lot of talking. Like I say, you caught me after a coffee. It looks like I've still got it in my system. So, Sari, do you maybe want to go through some of the utilities?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So we've created these unique yet simple utilities. We have 8 of them, 8 core utilities. So our first utility is exclusive free access to our platform Snipe Hub and future applications. The second one is we're calling it Toy Box Rewards. Holders will be able to will be entered into a weekly raffle, and that raffle you could win NFTs as well as IRL prizes, such as 2 nights in a Hilton hotel, or a customized pair of Nike shoes and stuff like that. So we wanted to mix and match between the virtual world and in real life as well. The third one is charity donations. So we partner up with a charity called the Toy Project, and we'll be donating toys on a monthly basis. The fourth one is airdrops. So collectors of our NFTs will receive multiple airdrops. And the fifth one is the DAO. Holders of our airdropped NFTs will be able to vote for the next toys, we're calling them, or the 4 next character NFTs, as well as they'll also be able to vote for what Snipe Hub's next iterations will look like. So the next functions, we're giving that back to the community or the DAO for them to vote, and think about the DAO as Snipe Hub founding members, basically. So that's pretty cool. And the sixth one is non-monetized tokenizations. So holders will be able to stake our NFTs to earn tokens to make raffle purchases. And the seventh one is we will be sending to NFT holders of our 5 characters or 5 NFT mints a real life collectible. And the eighth one is an auto whitelist to future mints, basically. And when you auto whitelisted, you'll be able to skip the queue and get the discount as well. So yeah, basically that's our 8 core utilities. Does anyone have any questions for the utilities at the moment? Okay.
Cool.
All right. So,
excuse me, man. Sorry. Before we get to Chronos Fan, and if Chronos Fan, you have a question, what's it called, for the utility, we'll get into that in a second. Manny, my fault. Are you trying to say something, or you mic on by accident? Just making sure, bro. No problem, my good man. Chronos, for the utility, we'll get right into it. Chronos Fan, do you have a question, bro, for the team or for Looney team? I will rock with him in a second. For the Looney AMA, if you want to tell us for the actual, why don't you get into it if you don't mind? I will also say if anyone has any questions, again, just take a second to reset the room a little bit. But if anyone has any questions for Looneycorns or any just concerns, any comments, again, please feel free to either request the mic or you can just send either Alpha or myself a question, and we'll of course read it anonymously unless you want your name on it. So if you guys, Kronos fan, are you with us? I don't believe so. Do you guys actually want to get into some of it? Because I don't personally have any. Yeah, Alpha, talk to us.
No, I think he's there because the mic's on. Oh man, Twitter is bugging. My phone died. Sorry.
Well, Sari, I mean, if you want, do you want to go into Snipe Hub and then I'll go
Yeah,
into the
let's do
roadmap
that.
after?
Yeah, let's just continue then if you don't have any questions. Cool, guys. So all the hype is about Snipe Hub. So what we're building is the first NFT portfolio management on the Kronos chain. So saying that, you'll be able to, so the function, I'm just going to read out the functions, what you'll be able to do on this platform, right? And before we get into it, all you'll need to is one NFT to access Snipe Hub, basically. So only one of our NFTs, you can access Snipe Hub, right? So saying that, you'll be able to view all your NFTs in one place from any wallet. So you'll be able to connect, all your scattered NFTs in different wallets into one beautiful dashboard. You can view all your NFTs after you connect all your wallets, and you'll be able to see your NFT worth as well at the same time. The second function is you'll be able to create customizable alerts on floor prices, whether it's a dollar value or the percentage movement up or down. You'll be also able to have a staking comparison chart throughout this platform, right? And it's essentially a web app that it's responsive between desktop and mobile, sorry. And in the near future, we're also going to be releasing an iPhone app and a Google Play Store app as well. Yeah, that's Snipe Hub in a nutshell. And we wanted to build a real product that people are going to use, right? And so instead of why we built this is instead of having all your NFTs scattered all around and losing track of them, you'll have a beautiful dashboard to do so, as well as looking at floor prices and stuff like that to snipe really good NFTs. It was just a bit too scatty. So this you'll be able to get alerts straight to your platform or your email as well. So yeah, beautiful thing.
Yeah, I kind of just want to add at this point because it's really important for us to make the distinction between what we're building here and what could pop up in the future elsewhere by other people. Is Snipe Hub is just not, it's not only about sniping, right? It's a lot more, as we call it. It's an NFT portfolio management platform. So sniping is one element of what it can do, but it does so much more, as you guys can see already. And as I said earlier, a big part of our project is about harnessing the community, right, and understanding what do they want, what is it the community needs, not rather than what do we think they need. And so that's why we've got elements in our project, as Harry mentioned, like the airdropped NFT that you're going to get if you mint 2 Looneycorns. Basically, we're going to take a snapshot of your wallet a few weeks later, and as long as you've got 2 Looneycorns in there, you're going to get a free airdrop. And that airdrop is your vote, right, in our sort of DAO-styled voting mechanism, where people are basically going to be able to decide, right, I've used Snipe Hub now for a few months. I want to put forward a proposal for it to do X, Y, and Z. And as long as the community is in agreement of that, then that's something that we'll develop and we'll introduce to the platform, right? So this is very much the starting point of what the beta version is going to have. But we want to build something big, right? Something scalable that also just grows with the chain, right? Because as the chain grows, we will see the news of how many wallets are getting added to the Kronos chain every day. But when there's that dramatic growth, it comes with growing pains, and so Snipe Hub should be there to align to resolve those growing pains, right? And so I just wanted to point that out because it's not just a quick sniping tool. it's a much bigger thing than that, which people should get really excited about for that reason.
And also, we've had discussions, with other platforms. So to scale this as well is by partnering up with other Kronos projects, and integrating their API into our platform as well, to grow it that way, right? And as well as later down the line, we open up into a SaaS model, and having an API to monetize, right? So we do have a plan to scale at the same time, and again, we'll have to go back to our DAO for them to vote on which path we take, right? Which is very interesting for us. I'm very excited to hear what the community, gets to pick. And remember, this is just our first product, right? So if you own one of our NFTs, you'll be able to access our future products that we're going to be building to solve other problems. Yeah. Any questions, by the way? I thought I saw a hand. Maybe it's gone now.
Yeah, it disappeared. Bless him. But it's all right. It might mean that you get to sleep tonight. So if you guys want, I can move on to the roadmap quickly, just because there's a lot to this project. And I'm conscious that I don't want to keep everybody's too long here, because I know you guys have had like a 2.5-hour session just now. But really the key thing to understand about our roadmap, which by the way, I would highly recommend that anybody that hasn't seen it already goes to losttoys.io, and that's where you'll see it. I'll have to say, from a marketing perspective, I'm not blown away by the design of our roadmap. It's very much a to the point, bullet pointed roadmap, but it gives you what you need. It's transparent, and what we've tried to do is just keep it as transparent as informative, so that you kind of know coming into day one of our project what you're going to get a year ahead, sort of thing, so that you can hopefully hold our NFTs and not paper hand them and sort of think, oh, I've got my airdrop, I'm going to get out of this. Well, we've tried to show things in our roadmap so that it proves why should you hold on to it, right? And why will your NFTs increase in price, most importantly. So with that being said, our roadmap has 5 phases, as we've said. Each phase, treat it like around a quarter, so around 3 months' time. In every phase, there'll be a mint of a character. So we're in phase 1 right now, clearly, with the Looneycorns being minted, as we said, next Thursday on Abyssus Bay. And the key things in phase 1 to understand, I'm not going to go through every single bullet point, because like I say, Sarah will see the sun come up if I do that. But the key things to understand is, if you mint 2 Looneycorns, as I said earlier, you're going to be getting a free airdrop, right? And that airdrop is your vote in the DAO, which we see being super special, because a lot of people do airdrops, but quite often the airdrop NFT is not always as valuable as the original collection, right? It's seen as like, okay, it's a nice freebie, but what's the value behind it other than it's a cool NFT? Not always, of course, but in some cases. In our case, we actually see that airdropped NFT, as Sari kind of alluded to earlier, being treated more like a founding member, right, for the project, because it's our way of rewarding those people that have come on board from the start. And because of that, they get the right to decide where the project goes in the future by voting, and telling us what should be the future functions of SnipeHub, like Sari said, but also from a really exciting perspective, what should be the next characters, right? So we have absolutely no clue what the next NFT characters are going to be. And I think that unknown brings so much excitement to the project. I think it brings people in our community much closer to the project. And so that's a super exciting part that I think everybody's going to get excited by in phase 1 after our mint, talking about the next toy. We've had some unbelievable ideas already. People are talking about like Rubik's Cubes with crazy eyes, G.I. Joes, Slinky Springs, someone said. I don't really know how that would look, but some really crazy ideas for NFTs.
Slinky Springs. Well,
yeah.
I wanna let Kronos fans shoot off here before we lose them for the 5th time. Do we have you now, bro?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh my God, we did it.
What the heck? So I was curious. I've been rugging in and out, so I couldn't quite hear you, or if you touched on this aspect. There will only be an allocated amount of memberships as NFTs, or will people be able to buy your services outside of the community?
In the start, so the first phase and a half, it'll be exclusive to our to access SnipeHub. It'll be exclusive to our NFT holders, and then there are plans to open it up as a SaaS model, so a subscription based model, right? Yeah, hopefully that answered your question, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to have it's to Kronos or other chains as well?
So cross chain, did you say? Sorry, you got cut off there. So yeah, there's no plans right now, but you know, it really depends on what we have a DAO, and that DAO is specific function. One of the specific functions is to vote where SnipeHub is going next, right? The next functions, what partnerships or integrations we should have, and you know, if the DAO, you know, eventually down the line we propose it and they say we want to go cross chain, that's fine with us. But again, it has to. We all have to agree, you know, within the DAO.
And
so the DAO will have control of SnipeHub.
So the DAO has two core functions. The voting mechanism is the first one is to vote what the next characters of our NFTs will be, and the second function is what SnipeHub next functions or integrations would look like. Are you there, Matt?
Yeah, I am. So what are the royalties, and would the DAO have any control over royalties?
There's no royalties for now. There's no royalties. It's more of a legal kind of spectrum. We're trying to get away from that for now, but we don't know down the line how that looks like.
Okay, thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you, sir.
Good stuff. Dragons, what's up, Dragons?
What's up, Alpha? What's up, 21? Looneycorn, so as a holder of a Looneycorn, right, how does one get access to the DAO? Like, do you have to hold one Looneycorn, two, or multiple?
No,
so Dragon, that's a good question, buddy. So in phase one, if you look at our roadmap, you will have to own 2 Looneycorns to get an airdrop, which will be a DAO. Right before our snapshot in phase one, it'll be you know, sometime in that quarter, right, in that phase, and that DAO would and that airdrop would be the DAO access, basically.
Okay, cool. And do you have plans for your phase 2, phase 3, etc., to be able to get access to that DAO in the future?
No. So the DAO is only in the first phase, because we think the minters or the buyers who you know, took the chance on us in the beginning should have that founding member kind of feel, right? The DAO feel. But again, that DAO anyone can sell eventually down the line. Think about it. Think of it as a founding member's card, right? A founding member's NFT. You can sell it on the secondary sale, so you can buy it. And the why we did this is because we just didn't want to give you a random airdrop where your previous mints can decline in price, right, or floor price. And this just keeps it interesting. This balances the floor price at the same time, and it will increase in price, that airdrop itself, that DAO, right? Because a lot of people want to be involved, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that, right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I personally think that, you know, you giving this to your basically founding members, the people getting in and, you know, taking the risk, so to speak, even though I like your project and I don't think it's much of a risk. But the first people getting in, you're giving them access to that. I think that's an amazing idea. And on top of that, you know, as you come out with your second, your third, etc., I really do think, you know, not financial advice, that DAO access is going to go up in price because of how exclusive it is. So I love how you guys are doing that.
Yeah,
100%. And then I would just like to mention we have another airdrop in phase 4, and this is for our holders who own 4 of our phases NFTs. And what that gives you, that airdrop gives you premium access to Snipe Hub, right? So it keeps it even more interesting until phase 5, right? So we've strategically put these in place to keep that floor price balanced, if that makes sense. Dragon.
You're doing my
that
part,
totally
man.
makes sense.
I'm only kidding. Yeah, but look, that it's funny. I was going to walk you through the roadmap, but we're kind of talking it through. But no, it's brilliant questions, Dragon. And as Sari said, ultimately we've looked at every project and looked at what they've done really well, and look at maybe some of the challenges that they've had, and how can we potentially improve on some of those, or try to mitigate some risk for our holders. And that's why, like I said, we're doing it 2,200 NFTs at a time. It means that there isn't that mass panic after mint and people kind of go and paper hand straight away. I mean, there will be naturally that, but like I say, we've tried to implement elements to keep it very sustainable, the growth of the project, to keep everybody's NFTs looking very unique as well. I think just some of the things that I'll run through, because it might answer some of your questions that you might have, is, I'll run through some of the elements of the roadmap. The key notable things from phase 1, as I said, was the airdrop, which we've just touched on, that airdrop being super special. We're going to clearly start the monthly donations to the toy charities, to the toy charity, yeah. So we're going to be basically donating toys to children that need it most, basically, which we think is a really nice thing, because from a community perspective, we're going to be receiving pictures and collateral from the charity, and I think that's kind of really boosts morale, because Sari and I, we think long and hard of, what does Lost Toys mean? Like, what does it mean to be part of the Lost Toys brand? And I think it's about creating an ethical brand that gives back to the community, that's a community base of creative thinkers that want to innovate, that want to improve the chain, that want to make Kronos number 1 out there. And so this was a big part of why we wanted to do the things that we did in our roadmap. Obviously the DAO element will be launched in phase 1. Phase 2, very quickly, I guess the key thing to note is now we're in sort of July, the Snipe Hub platform will be launched. We're going to start the Toy Box rewards scheme, which will be really cool. Again, the community is actually going to be voting what the giveaway should be. So we don't want to dictate, you guys are winning a pair of Nike shoes only. If people want some different types of IRL prizes, then great. We're there to listen and to work for them, right? That's our job ultimately.
Now we like the Jordans. We like the Nike.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some really cool stuff, and this is the thing. Like, even with the Snipe Hub platform, Sarah and I have so many ideas, but we've got to hold ourselves back and be like, no, it's not just about us. Let's hear it from the community. Let's this is about them, right? So yeah, but I would love some Nikes as well, to be honest. Phase 3, this is really when Snipe Hub's now been out for a while, and we are kind of gauging feedback of how people have used it, what do they find really particularly useful, but also cool ideas moving forward. Doing AMAs like this, we've already had some fantastic ideas come to us. People have said, like, look, wouldn't it be so cool if you could basically create like a gallery? So because we're going to have the ability for people to connect multiple wallets and see all their NFTs in a nice dashboard, people said to us often, well, at the moment I've got on my Twitter account like a URL with my CDC collection of what I've got in my CDC wallet. If you're able to connect, basically what I've got in my DeFi wallet, what would be listed on the Business Bay, for example, and you've got the ability of showing us what I've got on my CDC, I would like a URL for both, right? And then I can advertise that as my gallery, which we think is quite a cool idea. Very easy for you to market then, your gallery. So like I said, phase 3 is all about, okay, guys, you're using the platform. How can we iterate it? How can we make it even better? And obviously, as I say, every phase has got the mint happening for the next toy. Phase 4, Sari's touched on this already. This is when we're going to be launching premium features on the platform, which we think is going to be awesome. Those people that have collected all 4 toy characters up until this point, or 4 NFT characters, should I say, they'll be airdropped this special NFT, and that will give them access to premium features. So again, it's there to keep pumping up the price of the NFTs to make sure that the project's stable and sustainable in terms of its growth. And then phase 5 is obviously a really special phase for us, because this is when we actually start posting out the real life collectible toys to the people that have actually collected all 5 characters up until that point. And we've had some great ideas from the community already on what those toy characters could be. Again, it will be down to the community to vote on what they should look like. But we're kind of in 2 mindsets. Do we create a toy in terms of like a fluffy toy that you'd give your kid? If that is the case, then we've got to tick a lot of boxes from a health and safety perspective and certification. Or do we go down the route of creating like a more of a like a 3D printed collectible that you'd have on like your desk at work or something cool to remind you of the project, and it will have its own monetary value in itself, right? Because there's a secondary market like there is for NFTs for collectibles, right? And so we're really excited about nearly taking it from the NFT world back again to the IRL world, and connecting the two, and ultimately everybody here loves collecting to a certain extent, right? That's what we like, making money, we like collecting, we like innovating. So we think that's a really cool way of doing things. And so that's a bit about our roadmap. And by the way, this is roadmap 1.0. As we said, there's a lot more to come after this, but we try to be as transparent with our community so that they know what they're getting from day one in terms of everything to come, so that they don't paper hand our NFTs, and they know that there's a really good reason for them to hold on to them. Crazy, I think that's your name on this. Crazy Horse, I see your hands up, buddy.
Yeah, good evening, or good morning, Christian and Sorry. Thanks for coming up and giving us a rundown on the project. I'm not up here for any questions, but more to congratulate you guys and point out something that really stands out to me that I like in this project, and the system that you guys created with the DAO and the airdrop. I feel like that's really important, and that was very unique of what you guys did, because keeping that communication with the community and your holders is very important. It's basically the most important thing when you're dropping an NFT project. If you notice some NFT projects that get out of touch with their community, it doesn't really bode well. So how you guys developed this DAO system is really unique, and I like it. And I see that as my main point into getting into this project. So, I just want to congratulate you guys on that. And I'm really, really bullish on the project. So, thank you guys for coming up here. And I know
thanks, Crazy. Thank you, Crazy. No, I just wanna be transparent and everything. So it's not a full-on DAO system, right? So it's for just specific functions of the project. Just want to make everything clear, right? So it's basically just to vote for the next character of our mints, and the second function is to vote on the next functions and iterations and partnerships of Snipe Hub, basically. So these are the two main elements you can vote on the DAO.
Yeah, I kind of understood that right out the gate.
Cool.
You guys' white paper.
No, I appreciate you breaking it down, though, because not everybody reads a white paper like crazy, and it's an umbrella term, a DAO these days. People use it for all types of reasons.
Yeah,
it could get confusing, because I come from the blockchain background, and I do have clients that are actually DAOs, right? So yeah, I just wanted to make sure we're clear, because we're just using the voting mechanism, which I thought it just makes everything more transparent and great. But in theory, a DAO, a whole DAO is the whole organization gets voted for all specific areas, right? This is just 2 functions, and then it could get confusing, especially right now, because DAO is such a buzzword. We always have to make that clear, right? And hopefully our communications has gone through, especially with the white paper.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, like I just wanted to add, really, to your point of keeping the community engaged. You know, we all know that famous expression everybody uses in the NFT world of when, you know, when this and when that. And so, like I said earlier, you know, we've really tried our very best to be as transparent as possible with the roadmap and to keep the community totally engaged, you know, and excited on what will come next in terms of the next character and things like that, so that kind of question when is answered nearly by themselves to a certain extent, right? Because they're the ones in the driving seat. We're just executing it, and obviously we've got timescales in place as far as we've said, you know, 3 months every phase, so it kind of hopefully alleviates some of that. I'm sure we'll still have people ask when but yeah, that's I just wanted to make that point because it's a really good point that you raised there, Crazy.
Hey, on that note, when Toy Box?
Toy Box rewards. So Toy Box
a week
rewards,
after, right? A week after mint, right, Christian?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they'll always find something, even you know, when all else fails, when Lambo, of course.
There you go.
but no, it's good. You know, it's, you know, we want people to keep us on our toes as well, right? Because everybody needs to be pushed. Other, you know, and you know, we're in this for the long run. I don't mean send me 1,000 DMs now with the when, but you know, I think pressure is good, right? It's as they say, it's how diamonds are made. So you know, I think it's never a bad thing if it's done in the right way, right? And I'm really sorry, Cheryl. I saw your hands up. Oh, it still is up. You know, if you've got a question for us, please feel free.
No, yeah, I do have a question. And I mean, I also wanted to say hi. I was hanging out with you guys earlier in the Discord playing all those games. I mean, that was super freaking fun, by the way. You guys are very welcoming and very entertaining. And I played a bunch of new games I never played before. So thank you for that. And I had a question actually about the app. I mean, I'm not a techie kind of person, but I remember you saying something in your Discord about when you connect all your wallets, it's a read only thing. So it only reads your NFTs. It doesn't actually, I read something like that. I don't know if you can elaborate on that for me.
Yeah, it's a very good question, right? So when you connect your wallet to our to our platform, it'll just read your NFTs. First of all, the first read is to check you own one of our NFTs to get access, and the other is just to read your NFTs so it can pull that into the dashboard, right? Why we'd like to do that? So it's for security reasons. We don't have permission to move your NFTs anywhere, etc. Right? Yeah, you have another question, Shar?
I just can't put that hand down for some reason, but
no worries, no worries. By the way, did you register your wallet? I have to say this. Everyone in here who is whitelisted, please go register your wallet on our channel, because we have until Monday to submit all wallets, by the way. So I have to put it out there. I keep reminding people. Jaffa just gave me a laugh right now because I reminded him this morning. But yeah, if anyone in here can register your wallet, that'll be great.
Oh,
Agent, you got a question?
Louise got promoted. What's up, Agent Louise?
Hey, what's up, my check? How you guys doing? Yeah, man, I'm an agent, bro. I'm a part of this spatial project, and I became an agent. But yeah, hey, Loonies, I already put all my son's teddy bears and stuffed animals in the washer, and none of them are coming loony, man. What the hell?
That's amazing, man.
You gotta rip their eyes, mate. You gotta rip their eyes
Right.
and put in loony eyes, bro.
Right,
So-
but no, man. One of the questions I was going to ask, I don't know if you guys already touched on, is still 3 mints per wireless wallet, or did it change?
No, it is 3. You're correct. So maximum of 3, but as we said, you know, you probably want to get 4 because if you get 2 and 2, you get 2 airdrops, right? So it's for every 2 NFTs you have, you're going to get 1 airdrop. So personally, I think you know, even numbers is probably a wise move, but again, not financial advice, as they always say. But yeah, for that reason, that's my humble recommendation on that. And it's so funny you mentioned about the washing machine, and for those of you listening that maybe don't get the inside joke from that, on our website we've got a storyline of how the Looney character was born, and a very high level overview of it. Basically, the idea or the story goes that it's based in China, where a lot of these toys are made, obviously. And this grandfather actually created this unicorn toy, and this unicorn toy was eventually handed down to his granddaughter, who, like most kids, didn't look after the toy particularly well, and she put this unicorn in the washing machine to try to bring it back to to looking new again, before the grandfather was a bit upset with her for not looking after it. And when the unicorn toy came out of the washing machine, it was missing its eyes, and so in panic she got eyes from another toy, she stuck it on this unicorn, and all of a sudden the unicorn looked crazy, and so she named it from that day on Looney. And that's kind of where the birth of the character came from. And so, that's why I think when you were saying, I put the toy in the washing machine, it doesn't look crazy. I just wanted to explain that because, it's a bit that I sometimes often forget to talk about the storyline, which is so important, right? Because, like we said, that's how the storylines evolved for that one, and how Looney ended up having these crazy eyes, or Looney eyes, should I say. But a big part of what we want to do, and it's not in our roadmap currently, but this is a real personal thing I want to try to achieve with the project, is I want the members that own our NFTs to actually have the ability to write their own storylines of how did their Looneycorns end up with their traits. So in my case, I've got the ski goggles. It could be that we create a blog type fashion where people can actually write a short storyline of, right, this is, my NFT was skiing and whatever, and so I think that creative side, where you're not only voting on what the next character should be, but you're actually writing the story of what your NFT is, how it's evolving. I think that's really exciting because it attaches you closer to the NFT. And, I know when I look at my wallet, there's certain NFTs that I've had for so long, I'm like, oh, I kind of don't want to get rid of it, even though it might make sense financially to sell it right now. I've kind of created that bond with it. And so that's what we want to do, is we want to create people to have that bond with their NFTs, and perhaps later down the line, we can work out from a technology standpoint, how could that NFT be maybe sold eventually with the story attached to it, right? So that the next owner of the NFT carries the story on, right? And those stories are publicly available so people can actually view different NFTs and the storylines that go behind them. And clearly the next 4 characters will have their storylines. So super exciting. We don't want to just have another NFT project. We want to build a big brand. And, we talked a bit about merchandise this morning on a quick, AMA we had this morning. And, we want people to be very proud when they have like a hoodie on and it says Lost Toys. We want it to represent, look, I donate to charity for kids to donate toys. We want people to be representing that they're creative thinkers, that they're in the NFT world, that they're challenging the status quo and making things different. And so, we're very conscious of not just doing an NFT project, but building a big major brand that people will recognize, and so that's a big vision of ours. As a marketeer, that's something I'm very conscious of.
Cool. Yeah, guys, as well, as long as you guys are in here, we want to give out 21 whitelists. So if you get in our Discord and say 21 Looney, you get entered into a raffle. It'll be until Sunday, and yeah, that'll be very exciting. So jump on our Discord, and 21 Looney get entered into our raffle for 21 whitelists, basically. So very excited for that as well.
I think it's safe to say that probably will be the last time we offer whitelist for the project, other than the ones that we've already collabed with, where we've just got to announce the winners. So we're doing this as a thanks to 21 Million, obviously, for hosting us again. And one thing I just want to add, because again, I always forget to say this, but we announced this last week, that the top 10 minters of our project will actually, as in of our Looneycorns, so the top 10 people that mint our Looneycorns will actually be getting a custom one-of-one design of our next toy. So they're going to be getting whatever the next toy character is, they're going to have a custom of that. So that's the incentive for those of you that can afford. And again, please only spend what you can. Don't take out mortgages and things to buy NFTs. That's never a good idea, or sell your car. But we would encourage you obviously to get behind us in this project if you can, and it's right for you. And yeah, like I say, those 10 top 10 minters will get a custom, which we're super excited with. You'll work with us, you'll work with the artist through us, and we think it will be really cool to create something special for you as a thanks for believing in us.
Yeah, and guys, the price, so public price will be 475, and then whitelist and FM is 425 Crow. The public will be available an hour after the whitelist, guys. So yeah, get in there, and it's on the 26th of May on Abyssus Bay. We're very excited. Before we go, does anyone have any questions or any ideas at all for Snipe Up?
Cheryl's got her hand up, I think.
No, she's always got her hand up. Oh, okay.
You actually answered my question right there. I was actually wondering how much Crow we had to have in our wallet for the 26th. So you answered my question there. Much appreciated.
I didn't hear
Sure,
the prices.
and
Can you repeat the prices? I'm sorry.
so 475 for public, and for whitelist is 425, and FM is 425. Difference is with whitelist you can skip the queue, so you'll be in there an hour before everyone else.
And it's a maximum of 3, as we've said, for whitelist. So yeah, it kind of translates in dollar value to under $80 currently, which
around 80.
Around 80, a bit under. So yeah. 2 Looneycorns is the price of, I don't know, one mad hair or less actually. And obviously you get the airdrop and the utilities and stuff that we're building. So, we hope that, everybody feels that $80 is good value for what they're going to get in terms of lifetime supply of Snipe Up, for example, and everything else. We try to be as fair as possible with it. And if you've got any questions, guys, we're always available in terms of reaching out to us via DMs, and we can clarify on anything that you may have questions after today. As some of you know, I'm based in Spain, so it's 1:30 a.m. for me right now. So probably you won't get an answer after this AMA. And Sari, I think, is near to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 3:30. Yeah, it's 3:30. But 21. Before we leave, what character would you like to see next? What toy character would you like to see next on our mint? 21, you there, mate?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question. Yeah,
it's sandwich time, baby.
That time of the day, man. We're hungry, man. So no, but I was actually tweeting something. I deleted the tweet anyway. I'll put it out later. But for what's funny, man? And maybe I'll get some jokes about this. But one of my shows I like to watch as a kid, bro. If you guys remember, was A Comfy Couch. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that on PBS. So for an actual toy, I think I might have to come back to you. But I forgot what the toy was on the Comfy Couch that the girl would use. But there was also what was it, like Country Bears? I thought was pretty cool. All right, man, you put me in the spot. So let me ask the question first, and then I'll ask you. The question that someone asked me, and I don't know if it's because of the prior AMA we did, but is it going to be solely on Abyssus Bay for your NFTs?
Yeah, it's on Abyssus Bay solely.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because I did get that message on my side. Let me Google this real quick and see exactly what the heck she had.
Of course, you'll obviously be able to stake them on back finance, though.
Oh yeah, I knew someone's going to say something, but yeah, let's not open that can of worms. But
sorry, forget it. Yeah. Love you guys.
But just so you guys know, I've pinned at the top for those of you that haven't seen, one of the new sneak peeks that we launched, as we call it, our badass Looneycorn. So black on black traits with the black horn, which we think is cool, with the goggles and the fangs, with the teeth, with the blood dripping off them, and the gold grills. If people haven't seen the art, I'd really encourage you to go to our Discord and check out the sneak peeks, and you can just zoom in as much as you want, and you're going to see every little hair that comes off every lip and everything that he's got, or she's got for that matter. That's an important point to make. We were quite conscious to make the collection unisex, so there's a lot of projects out there that are very male dominated, and you know, we work very hard with the artists to go, right, how would this clothing look on a male Looneycorn or a female Looneycorn? And we've got different fair colors. Like some people might have seen, like we've got a pinky purple Looneycorn, and as soon as you put that on, it just looks totally different, right? Which we were really proud of, you know, and that's something I really want to try to keep with the next 4 characters. If, you know, the community agree with us, you know, let's try to keep them, you know, to cater for both. And I think that's something unique that you can achieve sometimes easier with toy characters, right, than perhaps other things. Yeah, I just want to point that out.
It's worth saying just real quick, nobody should get too attached to that sneak peek because it's mine. So just putting that out there in case anybody.
Well, mine's Mr. Musk. Mine's dedicated to Elon Musk. So.
Oh, nice! I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. So when you guys released that earlier today, I love that black on black with the unicorn. It looks awesome.
Thank you. And thank you, by the way, Troops, for allowing us to collaborate with your project, you know, in the early days when we first launched, you know, and thank you to everybody. You know, I don't know if there's anybody else listening that I can't see, you know.
There's Cheryl and Christian. Wait, there's Cheryl with another question, I think.
Yeah, sure.
I promise I'll stop so you guys could go to sleep. But I was going to comment, that's really cool, Christian, that you're in Spain, because I also live in Spain, and we don't get too many of us out here, you know, so it's always cool to meet basically a neighbor. And apart from that, you guys said that the whitelist is 1 hour before the public. So the time that you gave us at 8 o'clock UTC, is that whitelist time? And then 9 UTC is public time?
Correct.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, and I have to ask, where in Spain are you? If that's an okay question to ask, I don't know these days.
No, I know. It's I live in Southern. I live in Malaga, actually, the area.
Oh, no way. We grew up there.
I live in Malaga.
Me and Christian grew up in Marbella. Marbella, no, yeah.
That's so dope. I literally live 40 minutes away from Marbella.
Oh, no way. Okay, we'll give you another hint. We went to Aloha College, so.
Oh, damn. I've only been here for 3 years, so I'm still getting used to the area, but it's beautiful down here.
Yeah, I was born here, so we can take this conversation offline for everybody's sake. But yeah, look, nice to know you're literally our neighbor, and well, my neighbor at least. Sari's in Dubai right now. He's abandoned us. Yeah. That's so funny, right? It's amazing how I always think how this NFT world can just unite so many people from across the world, or in some cases, not across the world. So it's fantastic, right? And we're all in the same mindset. We want to make money, we want to do well, we want to innovate, and we want to have fun along the way and meet nice people. So it's amazing when I hear stories like that. So it's great, Cheryl.
Yeah. I met a month ago. I met Kazan. He's in the audience somewhere. So in real life, which is quite interesting.
Kazan is my best friend.
Did he show you his pole moves?
Yeah, 100%.
You can swing a good pole. Christian, I just wanted to say it was a pleasure, kind of just working with you guys in the early days and kind of hanging out in our kind of UK morning space and chatting and chilling. And we're looking forward to continuing to support you guys on your journey. Like as you launch next week, can't wait for it. Looking forward to help kind of pumping you all the way to minting this thing out, which is clearly not going to take very long. So props to everything you've done so far. Super solid project, legit from the get-go, and just continue to do all the right things. And I can't wait to get it going.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. And like I said earlier, to you guys and to everybody else, to the Skulls, to the Meerkats, to everybody that supported us along the way. We're all strangers to a certain extent to each other until we meet on this wonderful world. And I always think you've got to invest in people at the end of the day. And no surprise, secret, should I say, that people know that I personally click very well with Ryan and with Troops, and I think that's important for our project or for any project, right? If you believe in the people behind it or anything in life, then go for that, right? Other than over and beyond it's a pretty picture as an NFT. That's just my advice. It's not financial advice. It's my opinion, actually, not advice.
100%, and it's all about adding value as well. So it's in this space or any space is really about adding value.
It's also worth just saying. I hate having to do this, but just because I know, especially right now with a lot of kind of things that are going on in the space, and people have these like burning questions in the back of their mind, but it's just worth pointing out that there's no paid promotion or anything like that going on between Troopers or Looneycorns. We just like good projects, and it's important that all over this chain, good projects support good projects. There doesn't always need to be, any sort of paid promotion. So I just thought I'd mention that because no doubt somebody will ask at some point.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's a really good point. Yeah, and we see a lot of that happening, or hear a lot about that happening, and we want to keep honest, true, and transparent. And this space is way too small. Not literally this Twitter space, but as in this NFT world, it's way too small. Things get found out very quickly, and news spreads like wildfire very easily. So it's important to stay true and sleep well at night. I always think, ironically, or not sleep.
100%. It's all about. We did have a step back, and it's all about good intention, right? It's all about good intention and adding value, and just step back and just see what. I always say, step back and just see how you can add value. And it could be something small or something really big. It's all relevant, right? But crazy horse. Do you have a question, buddy?
Yeah. Did you guys get to touch base on phase 2? I noticed it says tokenization collab. Did you guys do a little quick rundown on that? Because I've been reading the white paper, and that one also stood out to me. I'm just kind of getting things that stand out to me, and can you touch on that?
So right now we're talking to a few people, few partners, possible partnerships, and we have not finalized that. But in any case, it will be, as it says, non-monetized tokenization. So think about it of like a reward system within our ecosystem, where you can get real life prizes or NFT prizes, right? So it's by staking your NFT, if that makes sense.
Well, just to be clear, we'll be partnering with somebody, so it's not in our own ecosystem, but within their function of being able to stake through them. So from that perspective, to earn and unlock rewards, as we say.
But we haven't locked that down yet, so more details will come very soon.
Okay, thank you for being transparent, and really respect that about you too, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you know. Thank you. When we say non-monetized tokenization, it's it's tokens, not currencies, right? I'm not sure if you know the difference between that.
It's really cool, these economies that we're building. And just on that note, if you guys are ever looking to collaborate for those real life Nikes that we were talking about earlier, Crow Kicks in my bio. That's how people are getting these Jordans that you keep seeing on Twitter. So all projects are welcome to collaborate with Crow Kicks, not just Island Thunder. That's how we get it done around here. This is cool stuff.
Kazan, you got a question, my friend?
Oh, how are you doing, guys? You're still around, right? I see.
Oh,
you do your job.
Oh, good, man. Oh, good, bro. Oh, good. I'm about to fall asleep, mate. It's 4 a.m. here.
Yeah, I see. Before you go to bed, bro, we had a good conversation before when you started the project, right? And Christian also, we met in the jungle, right? And from the first point on, I knew, okay, these guys, they have experience and to do it the proper way, and they will listen to the audience and to the community, and not just saying that they will listen. That you did it actually. You executed. You have been listening to all the different kind of intelligent people around here, and you're still here, and you spread around that much. You have great art. I see it's going well, bro. Just some kind of feedback for you guys. And some couple of last words. You're talking about the DAO, right? Actually, it feels already like a DAO because you are listening to the community. So keep up, guys.
Thank you so much, man. And since we actually met each other a month ago, it's been a rocket ship. It's been really crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah. the whole thing. I mean, like just imagine what happened since then. we executed everything, and the market crashed, and we're still here, mate. We're very resilient.
Yeah. We talked about the whole situation of cryptocurrency and so on, and your experience in cryptocurrency. It was really, really interesting talk. And guys, you had to see how fancy his hotel was. Oh, he's a good guy for sure.
In Dubai?
I try. Yeah, in Dubai.
I heard they got those fancy hotels.
It's, I mean, look, it was all about, when we talking about the market itself, it's going to go through cycles. Right now, if you're used to it, you'll keep positive and you keep resilient, and that's what it's all about, right? And then you adapt to change really quickly, especially in blockchain, right? Things move really quick. Actually, NFTs, I think, is moving even quicker. In my retrospect, it's like, crypto 2016, 2017 in the NFT space, but it's moving a lot faster. So in a few months, it'll be like 2018, right? So yeah, I'm very excited. The 26th is going to be really exciting for us, and I just can't wait to show you guys more sneak peeks of Snipe Hub very soon as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Sari and Christian. Thank you. You made it with the Snipe Hub. You see, it is going well. The people love it, right? Isn't it?
Thank you, Kazan. And Sari would like to offer anybody that has a Looneycorn will be able to stay in his fancy hotel in Dubai.
Booyaka!
I'm kidding. But yeah, no, it was.
I'll give you dates.
Cool for you guys to meet up. Yeah.
Dates cool instead.
Yeah, not dates as in blind dates, as in food he means, by the way, just in case anybody, he's obsessed with dates for energy. He's a vegan. Unless there's Kelly Mack, I see your hands up there, buddy.
Yes, I had a quick question. I'm still new to the NFTs, so I just wanted to ask you this quick question. After the mint, would you be able to transfer your NFT to another marketplace?
No. So we're on exclusively on Abyssus Bay. It's been a bit of an ongoing joke before this AMA that, strictly speaking, I don't know if people could do it without your permission. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, I was listening to all that. That's why I was kind of confused, and that's why I asked this question.
I mean, in theory, I'm not sure how practical it is, but in theory, if it's anything on the Kronos chain can go on any other supported Kronos chain, right? So that's my technical view on it, right? So it's the blockchain is public, so anything on it can go anywhere else.
Yeah, that's a truthful answer. There's other chains on Kronos, and you be able to put your NFT or sell your NFT on any of them. But just do your own research on whichever chain you decide to use.
Okay, because I noticed you just have to. It's more like the copy and paste, and I'm asking more like, is it any way you can just send it through your wallet straight to the other blockchain, or do you have to do the copy and paste and mint yourself?
You can't move it to any other blockchain. It's on the Kronos blockchain, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. So I just copy from my wallet to the address, and I can move it.
I can help you.
Yeah, you can send between addresses on the Kronos chain. Yeah,
that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, because I'm still.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to move NFTs from one market to the next market.
You just have to connect it to. So if you have a wallet, you just connect it to another market. You connect that wallet, and then that's how you can move it on, right?
Yeah. It's a common mistake. So your NFTs are actually being held on a wallet. That's your wallet. They're not being held in the marketplace. So you're connecting your wallet to that marketplace and then allowing it to see the NFT.
I understand. Thank you.
And just to be clear, everything on the blockchain is in your power, right? So wherever you, as long as it's the same blockchain. So if it's a Kronos blockchain, you have a Kronos NFT, you can do whatever with it, right?
Gotcha. So I can move it to crypto.
CDC. No, except CDC is not Kronos. CDC has their own chain called Crypto.org. So it's not Kronos. So it's a very common mistake. Don't worry about it. we've all done it. But so Kronos is different than Crypto.com.
And we're also in like very new territory here, where Kronos, the chain, just popped up on the CDC
forgot about
NFT
that
platform. Like, that was days ago. So
like
Yeah,
troops.
I added that to my wallet.
we're rolling with it here.
Yeah, there's some random things going on, but it's fun.
But that's a bigger conversation than probably today, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you can put any Kronos NFT on Crypto.com now. On the so it's like putting Ethereum on Crypto.com. You can do that as well, right? So it's all up to you.
Yeah, I think it's only whitelisted projects at the minute, but you're right. Yeah,
We're getting there. Baby steps. On that note, I do have to sign off, you guys. Lots of love and respect.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, guys, for hosting us. I know it's a bit late there, and you've been doing it for 4 hours. Much appreciated. And just to outro, guys, on the 26th of May, we are minting at 8 p.m. UTC. Whoever is whitelisted, please go register your wallet on our in the register your wallet channel on our Discord. So just to make sure, because we're going to be submitting all the wallet addresses on Monday to Abyssus Bay. Thank you so much for your support, everyone, and appreciate.
Thank you. Sorry.
Sorry, I appreciate everyone who rocked up our PFP. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I was just going to say a big thank you as well. And please don't forget that we've done this as a last minute whitelist opportunity. Anybody that joins our Discord in the next 24 hours and says 21 Looney in the general chat, you just have to type 21 Looney. You'll be entered into a raffle to potentially win a whitelist spot, which we've all been talking about, treated it a bit like gold right now. So please make sure you do that. If you're listening to this, it's a very, very good opportunity to potentially get in for a whitelist, which,
I see a problem over there. I see a problem. The thing is, there's so many whitelists, right? It will be minted out within the first hour. So be lucky and be on the whitelist, guys.
Yeah, because that's not a problem. Like, that's not a problem, my friend.
Yeah, bro. I know. So get on the whitelist, guys.
Let's see. We hope. We don't want to be arrogant and think, it's going to happen. we hope we've given everybody the information, the transparency, the confidence in us as people in the project, and now it's up to the people who wants to be part of our journey and who doesn't. So it's all good.
People.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Very brief
Appreciate
final question, actually. Is there a cap on your whitelist, just out of interest?
Yeah, 500. We're capping it. Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks,
cheers, guys. I'm gonna have a beer now. Cheers to all of you, and have a great weekend, guys.
Thank you, guys. Oh, there's a terrible echo of my voice. God, I hate when you hear your own voice. Poor things, you've had to put up with me all this time. So thank you so much, 21 million. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Kazan. It's been great seeing you. Cheryl, I can't believe you're just down the road. That's amazing. Perhaps we'll have a summer party. And to everybody that's turned up to listen to us, we really appreciate every single one of you. Time is the greatest gift anybody can give. So thank you for giving us that. And have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world.
100%, man. And I always ask for someone to end on the great words, but you already beat me to it, man. I guess you guys know already how it goes. So I do appreciate you guys. Make sure you enjoy it no matter where you are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last 4 hours the same way we did. Much love and peace, everyone. See you guys in the next one.
See you.